I think this trailer is indicating that Wanda's going to be a villain. And that gets me stoked. That's what I want to see. I really want to see Wanda go bad. And it's not because I don't like the character of Wanda or Elizabeth Olsen or something. It's actually the opposite of that. It's because I like the character of Wanda and Elizabeth Olsen so much that I think it would be so well serviced for her character, and it would give Elizabeth Olsen so much time to shine if she went bad. And just looking at the events that are leading up to Doctor Strange and the fact that she was experimented on, and she has all this like trauma in her life, and then she found this guy who ended up being an android that she really fell for, and she started to build this life with. It was in hiding, obviously, in Infinity War, but she was building her life with this guy, and then this guy dies right in front of her, and that puts her into such grief and trauma, and so she enslaves. Don't overlook this, guys. She enslaves and takes over the mind of like a whole town and makes them her little puppets as she plays house with her make-believe dead boyfriend. And she just lives in this fantasy world and makes everyone abide to it. And then to make matters worse, she, whether reality or just her fantasy, she becomes a mother. And she has these kids, and she loves these kids, and now she's got her boyfriend back and the love of her life, and she's got kids, and she's got this family with him, and then they come in and they take that away from her. And we saw at the end of WandaVision, she's reading the Darkhold, and we hear the kids calling out to her. And I think my theory for Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness regarding Wanda is I think she's actually the big reason why this multiverse stuff is happening. I think the end credit scene of WandaVision where the kids are calling out to her, I think those are kids, the same kids, but from an alternate reality. And I think Wanda's been trying to find a way to get to that multiverse and try to bring those kids in with her. And I feel like Doctor Strange is going to have to stop Wanda from doing this, because as we saw in No Way Home, when you mess with the multiverse reality, their reality is incredibly threatened. And what would make Wanda a villain against Doctor Strange, what would make her go bad, I think it would be the love for her kids and the need to get her family back and the desire to get her family back. And I could see her and Doctor Strange going at it for that reason alone. And I really think that that's why Wanda's going to go bad. And not only does it make sense for the descent of her character that's been happening since WandaVision, but I mean, that's a sympathetic reason, man. It would be hard not to feel for Wanda and not get behind her in some sense. You know what I mean? That's my theory. It's probably the best theory I've ever had in my life. And it'll probably end up being wrong. And Wanda will just end up being a variant. And he'll team up with the real Wanda. And they'll fight together. That's what I don't want. If you're going to do variants and you're going to do multiverses, don't use it as an excuse to do something with the character that you're not willing to do with the character. You know what I mean? If you're going to make Wanda go bad, make it this Wanda. Continue her arc in that way. Do not bring in another Wanda. And that just cop out. That would be a cop out in my mind.